it's Leanne at Diamonds and Doxies, and welcome to a whip and chat. I think I told you a while back that I wanted to do a whip and chat using this gingerbread house, and that's what we're gonna do. I've already had to stop and restart this video like 3 times, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I keep getting... I'll get into it in a little bit because it's very frustrating, so I'll get into it in a little bit. But anyway, it's trying to figure out what the heck with this house. So bear with me. I may have to stop for a minute to answer a text or an email. I do know in about 40 minutes or so, I'm gonna have to pause because Maggie's coming over while Max gets his house exterminated. So anyway, let's start this way. So here is the gingerbread house. I've done an unboxing on it. It's on the channel. This is the pen I'm going to be using. I thought, well, you know, it's gingerbread house and it's Christmas, so I might as well use... Can you see this pen? I don't know why it feels like you can't. But anyway, so those are little Christmas tree glitter in there. And this pen came from Butterfly Effectwares. I really like their pens, but they can be so hard to get. So I've only gotten, I think I've gotten 3, and I actually ended up destashing 1 because it was a mega mini, so it was real chunky, and it's just not comfortable for me. So anyway, but I do like their mini pens. So there's that, and of course, well, you know, I'm going to use the tray, I think, and I also have my tweezers from Francesca's, if I use them. I don't know. It's a round kit. So anyway, let's take out all the pieces. Yep. So yep, there's the box. Here's your thank you for your purchase, and then the toolkit. It's the new toolkit, which I like. And I have another one that I got from Home Shopping Network. Well, now I don't remember. I got one from Home Shopping Network and one from Diamond Art Club. So I don't know. But you know, your bag of baggies. I'll put those over there. The little tray, which is awesome because I'm going to show you how they stack. I have 2 other from doing the mini dazzlers. You can see how well they stack. Can you see that? How well they stack. So you could kit up in these if you got enough. I will not, but I mean, I don't right now. So, but you know what? I really like this little tray. So I think I'll use that instead. This here is from Bijou Bliss Designs. It's got the magnets on it and magnet for the spout. I had bought this because it was for a Cheryl Baker event, and I'm not participating in the Cheryl Baker event because the only Cheryl Baker I have is a mystery kit, and of course you can't use those for events. So, but I liked the little owl. I love owls, so yeah, I had to get it. So anyway, but I'll leave this other tray here and see which one I end up using. And of course you got the multi-placer and the pen. And yeah, there's the putty there. Oh, let's see, it's coming loose there. There. I think I'm going to use my pen and then the extra putty. So, all right, let's get into it, shall we? Okay, well, I guess first and foremost, so we put in an offer on this house last week. Okay, today is Tuesday at the time of filming, and it should be Tuesday the day you watch, or the day it comes out. But so we put in an offer, gosh, I don't know, Thursday or Friday? I don't remember, but it was last week. I think it was Thursday. And never heard anything, never heard anything, never heard anything. And so my agent, or our agent, you know, caught up with the seller, was like, because she hadn't even filled out the seller's disclosure, okay? And, well, she's in Hawaii, you know, okay, she's in Hawaii, all right, you know, so when she gets back, she comes back on Monday, but oh, by the way, the agent for the seller I'm going to be on a boat on Monday, so I won't have access to anything. Okay, fine. So then just now, okay, just now, we placed, we actually went in before we ever heard back about another offer or her countering or anything. We went ahead and raised our offer price by $75,000, y'all. I mean, no chump change, okay? And got real close to what she's asking. Well, so now the real estate agent is saying, oh, well, you know, first he said they had another offer. So we were like, okay, let's go ahead and just, you know, quit messing around and just, you know, offer them what they're asking, which is above market value. But again, I think I've said before, this house is in a very desirable location. So the location itself is going to sell this house, really. So I was like, okay, they got another offer, fine. Let's just go in and, you know, offer what they're asking. So we did. The agent comes back with, oh, well, we've got 4 offers, so I haven't looked at them yet. Let me get this straight. You've had 4 offers and you went on a boat yesterday. You went on a boat. Really? What kind of agent are you? It's like, ah. So anyway, it's deep breaths, deep breaths. But there was a second home that we thought about. It's not in a great location or any of that. But it's like, you know, we might as well have a backup plan. At least go look at it. And so we're going to do that. I don't think it's the one, but, you know, you never know. You never know. So I'm telling you, if this deal falls through for us, and it's looking like it might, I think that, I don't know. I think that I will need to be, I don't know. I think it's going to throw me into a depression. Because, you know, it's like, both of us, we've already got it in our heads what we're going to do, how we're going to arrange furniture, how we're going to do all these things. And yeah, it's just, it's really overwhelming. I mean, part of me gets real angry, makes me say ugly words, and then part of me gets real sad. But, you know, I am a believer, so I have to just believe that, you know, yeah, what will be, right? I mean, yeah, I don't know, y'all. All right, let's start with number 10. We got these big old crystals, so they don't really line up, do they? No, they don't, but that's okay. Make sure y'all can see me because I always forget to do that. Oh, darn, I am going to have to use my tweezers. Well, this is going to, I really don't need anything frustrating. Well, you know, you're going to be frustrated if you don't take the plastic off the end. For crying out loud, get your head in the game, girl. Okay, number 10. There we go. Come on. Boy, that's sticky, y'all. That is sticky, sticky. So, I know some of y'all have already completed this, so, yeah. How did y'all get these big diamonds up? Maybe I should try using the pen they supplied, huh? Okay, let's do that, because, I mean, in theory, that should work, right? And it does. Looky there. Yep, looky there. This is the pen that came with the kit. So it has to work if they included it in the kit, right? So anyway, y'all, I am just, yeah, taking some deep breaths and, you know, I'm going to do all of these at one time. So anyway, and then my agent came out yesterday and we did a walkthrough of my house. And of course, you know, I knew I was going to have to take down personal photos and, you know, things that just add clutter. I am going to be getting, this desk is going to have to go in storage and which is fine, but my bedroom will be my place to it makes the most sense because it's large, and so having my desk in there, I mean, I really do have a big master bedroom, so, or excuse me, primary bedroom, but yeah, so it won't take up a lot of room. And I'm going to take some stuff, like I got a chair and a floor lamp in there, that's going to come out. You know, so it won't be as cluttered, but, all right, let's move those over there. So then last night, I went online, reserved a storage unit, and then went to the movers and put a deposit and held a time for this Saturday. And on this Thursday, they're going to come out and pack up. There's not going to be that much to do, but y'all, after I looked around, and I'm telling you, just, you know, just doing silly things around here, cleaning and whatnot, anything. I mean, I did an unboxing. Yeah, it's got putty on it. I did an unboxing, and just standing there, I mean, I was like, oh my God, my back feels like it's literally going to break in two. Let me get some of this putty off, y'all. Okay. So I was like, yeah, but there are a couple of things, you know, that I have. Like I have some willow tree that, you know, are gifts. So all of them are sentimental and they mean something to me. No, this isn't working. Here we go. So I was like, last time I let movers pack me, I ended up with a lot of broken stuff. A lot. So I don't want to do that again. So things that are very sentimental to me, I am going to pack myself. But that won't be, it really won't be that hard. It's just, you know, I'll just get a couple of boxes. I did put some of my diamond paintings back into my diamond, you know, the big Diamond Art Club boxes. I put some in there. And I think I'm going to try, my storage room has 5, come on now, 5 shelves in it. So I would like to get it down to 2 shelves. I mean, I really don't want these people, whoever looks at my house, to come in and go, oh my gosh. So, not that they would, but I mean, I'd like for them to see it without it being so cluttered. And some of the stuff I don't need. I mean, I've already gotten rid of an espresso coffee pot. I don't drink hot coffee anymore. Max does not drink hot coffee. And so I drink cold brew. And I have for years now. And so I'm like, why am I keeping this? So I put it, let's see, is there anything else here you think that would be a 10? These look smaller. Let's make sure though. I don't see any more 10s. Oh, you see how that pulled back? Oh no. I'm gonna have to add, the sticky's gone. Yeah, same here. I'm gonna have to add sticky. That's fine, I have some, but you know. If you've done this, did you have this problem too? And let's look over here. I don't see any 10s over here either. So let's just put them back in the little bag here. Yep. Put these back in here. So we got the 10s done. So anyway, it's very frustrating. And tiring and overwhelming, you know, all of those things. But the plan is that, so I'll have the packing people come out on Thursday. Then my birthday is Friday. And then, what did I say? This is 9. And then the movers will come out Saturday. And then the photographer will be here on Monday. At some point in there, my landscaper is going to be out to get my beds and grass and bushes and everything looking nice, but I've already messaged him. So Monday then, we'll get the pictures taken. I hope that's not going to interfere. See that little slot? I hope it's not going to interfere with the doohickey. Anyway, so then Thursday, well, and she'll also put, on that Monday, she'll put a coming soon sign. And then on Thursday of next week, my house will officially go on the market. And I'm excited, but I'm nervous, you know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, I wanted to go ahead and sell my house because even if this deal falls through, we're not going to quit looking, you know. In fact, I was like, well, we should just go look at this other house. So we're going to go look at it, you know, and see, you know. I don't think we'll like it more. It's definitely, it, you know, has hardly any trees on it. It is a little over an acre, so I do like that. And there's no back neighbors. I do like that. And you have plenty of room between your neighbors, but there's no fence. On one side, there's a fence because that house next door on the right, they have it fenced in. But to the left, they do not. So, you know, obviously that has to be taken care of. And it doesn't have a sprinkler system. And that's just, you know, you live in Texas. I mean, I've gotten out there before and watered the lawn. And it wasn't too long until I got a sprinkler system installed. So that is a definite must. It's just too hot. Because it's got a lot of grass. The whole acre is grass and a few trees. Not many, though. I mean, you can add trees, but my gosh, I mean, you can add really big trees too, but you know, they're not cheap. There's a place over here that's got, I don't know, 30-year-old oak trees that you can buy and they'll install, yeah, for 40 grand. I'm like, it's a tree. So no, thank you. But I don't know, it'd be nice for the next people that live there because, yeah, I don't know, y'all. All I know is poop squats, as my son used to say when he was little. Poop squats. So, I tell you, I wonder if I should save these special drills. I never have because, I mean, you're very limited on what you could use them on, you know, because they're so big. So, my memory, okay, it's 11. So, I probably won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll put them in a separate little baggie and send them to Tim and Carrie, and they might be able to use them in some trays or some pins or something. I don't know. I hate throwing anything away when I think somebody else could use this. You know, it's like I don't even mind paying the shipping, you know, not charging anything, shipping or anything, you know, rather than it going to landfill. But you know, I guess because for most of my life, I did not, or from a kid and into my early adulthood and a little bit past that, I didn't have any money. So, you know, I'm always like, oh no. I remember a time when I would have been like, yes, please, can I have it? You know, I absolutely would take hand-me-downs. I was not above it and appreciated it. So, you know, I still think like that. Like, oh, what if somebody needs it? So, yeah, I just, you know, we have a free group, you know, where you can post stuff that's for free. And that's usually what I do. I mean, I have sold stuff on Amazon Marketplace, but honestly, if I'm looking at $20, $30, I just give it away because you get so many scammers, you know, when you try to sell stuff. And, you know, you might not want just anybody coming to your house. So I usually just post it in my neighborhood group, and like the Nespresso, I was like, okay, I'm going to set this on my front porch. I'm going to be out running errands, first come, first serve, because I won't be home, and come and get it. And I don't mind doing that on it's the neighborhood, because I mean, even if they drive over here and it's gone, well, they didn't have to go far. It's not like somebody drove from, way far away. So, but I hate that too, even on on the giving away things, but somebody will chime in real fast. I want it, but I can't get off of work and I can't be there till this weekend. And it's like Monday. And it's like, dude, I want it gone. That's why I'm giving it away. But, I need to be more explicit on that. So I do have some things that I will be giving away. I actually have some diamond paintings that I think I'm going to donate. I wish I had a place like Anthony, a co-op or whatever it is for craft stuff, because I would be happy to donate. I guess I could ask. I could do that. See, this one here is right over that little slot, so I don't know how that slot's going to work out, but we shall see. So anyway, but yeah, maybe, what do y'all think about nursing homes? Because I know they take puzzles, and when my aunt had her stroke and she was in rehab, oh, this one's messed up. Can you see that? The coating went on the wrong side, so no way, no. When she was in rehab, somebody had a diamond painting. And I know, not everybody that's in a rehab, well, I mean, it's like a long-term nursing facility and a rehab facility, but not everybody that's in rehab is there because they're elderly, But it does help with hand-eye coordination. Let's see if I can turn this just a little bit. Let's see. It ends up always being too much when I do it, but let's see. So I don't know. I may try that. Try some, senior center or something like that. And because I do have some kits that I'm like, I'm not going to do these. I'm not going to do these. I bought them a long time ago. And, and this holding on to something because, well, I paid good money. Well, yeah, but that money's not coming back. Whether I do it or I don't, if I give it away or I keep it, it's just sitting in there. It's taking up space and it's messing with my mental capacity. So it's like, yeah, I think it'll be worth more to me to get rid of it than to hold on to it, right? Gosh, dog it. These little gnats. I don't know if you can see them or not, but I don't know why I have them. I mean, like I said before, I do have houseplants, but they've never been outside, and none of them are new. And I've always bought them from inside a place, so, not an outdoor area. They're all inside plants. So I don't know what the heck. But they fly all up in your business, It's like, get out of here. Oh, come on. Just need one. Oh, there we go. Oh, I do need more than that. That's just with that one. I gotta tell you, I'm really liking the way these are looking. So, anyway. Man, yeah. And what I should be doing is going through my closet. I've got clothes on the floor that are ready to be donated. All I need to do is bag them up and donate them. But I got so, I don't know, discombobulated with the recent developments that I'm like, I can't. I got to do something else. So it's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on this. That helps. And then talk to y'all. Because talking to others helps. So, and then a little bit, Miss Maggie Pants, that's what I call her. Sweet, precious Maggie Pants lamb chop. Because she does have the colorings of lamb chop. All right, so that's these here. Let's see, I'll get these over here so you can see them. Does the camera pick up on that, how beautiful that is? I just love it. I just love it. All right, we're going to set these aside. And then I know I'm going to need, let's see, I think it's over here. Unless I moved it. Hang on, let me. Oh yeah, there it is. Got my handy dandy diamond painting adhesive. I bought this. I haven't even opened it from Diamond Art Club when they came out with it because I was like, well, you know, I might. That might come in handy. And well, it definitely is going to. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out. I haven't even read the directions, y'all. So I don't know. Okay, got a little applicator. It's gotten good reviews, so. Oh, okay, I guess you have to take this off. I'm not going to do it until I get there because I may have to, yeah. Well, no, I'll go ahead and take it off. Well, I think, yeah. You know, I probably should go ahead and put it on now because it looks like, oh dear, oh dear. Let's see. I'll put it right there. It looks like you have to let it cure. So let me go ahead and do that then. But I am curious if you've had to do this or not. Because I have seen some people already completed these. And I can't be the only one that the plastic pulled back on. Let's see. Pull it back a little more. Yeah, that's sticky. It's just this part is not. I'm going to lay this on top of this because I don't want to get it on my table. I do not. That would not be pleasant. All right, let's see. I'll start here. I'll put a little bit here. Y'all are seeing it here for the first time, folks. I have a feeling this is total overkill on the amount that I need. But, I don't think this was really designed for this, but we're going to learn together. Or maybe you already know when you're sitting there just shaking your head going, oh gosh, I can't watch this. I can't watch this. She is messing up. All right, let's move that over there. And then let's work on this one. Let's see, maybe if I leave it. Let's see, I know, maybe if I do this. Come on, yep. All right, let's do this. See if that, oh no, that really doesn't matter, does it? We'll see. We'll see if that works. And then I got to get these little Christmas trees down here. It's just that they're so small, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I hope you're not like, oh my God, what is wrong with her? Okay, let's see. Does this need any? No, that one's fine. So we'll move that one. Oh no, we'll leave it over here. Okay. Let me put this back. And this over here. I'll leave this over here so it'll be out of the way. This here, out of the way. I don't even need that anymore. Okay, so this one here is fine. So let's start working on this. All right. Alrighty. Uno. Okay. This one here I may put in a Ziploc baggie. Uh-oh. I didn't have my stopper in. We got some stragglers here, I see. This is just really too much for this tray. I don't know why I'm trying to even shake it out because you're not going, well, yeah, I guess I could multi-place those. Let's see. Let's see if they'll multi-place. Let's see. Let's try. Not really. I think I'm just going to single place this whole thing, which is fine. Because they're not, you know, exactly So let's try this. Yeah, that works fine. Y'all, I messed up. I was cruising along on subscribers, you know, not that I check it every day. Well, no, more like multiple times a day. I don't know why. I guess because it's new, you know. And every time there's a new subscriber, I'm like, oh, they like me, you know, they really like me. Well, you know, I told y'all before in a whip and chat that I don't do drama. And I'll be gosh darn. I don't do drama, except I was on another content creator's. I watched her video and I was sympathizing, giving her my opinion on the situation and basically sympathizing with her, right? And, okay, hang on. Okay, y'all, I'm so sorry about that, but Max texted that he was coming over with Maggie, and it was about to turn into a bark fest. So I thought, you know, let me just stop here. And but it was earlier than I expected because this exterminator was coming early. So anyway, that's why it was abruptly ended. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. I love to comment on this YouTube creator commiserating with her, right? You know, and then, I mean, because another content creator had called her out, you know, and, I mean, basically called her mental, you know, or psycho or something like that. So anyway, I was saying, you know, I think you didn't do anything wrong, and I think it was this other content creator. And you know, it was one of those things as I was posting it, you know, I thought, you know, that's my opinion, and I do know that people are loyal, you know. I'm going to say straight up, I don't think I have anybody like that, but I'm going to tell you straight up, don't be loyal to me if I do something, you know, that I shouldn't do. You know, I think you should be able to say, hey, Leanne, I think that was uncalled for. Or, you know, did you mean to do this? You know, I mean, no, I don't want someone to go, oh, yeah, you know, everything, you're just lovely. You know, it's like, I'm not asking anybody to break their code or their morals or whatever to ever defend me. I mean, I appreciate if someone, you know, goes after me for whatever reason, and, you know, somebody stands up for me. I do appreciate it, and that's what I was thinking with her. I mean, it was just a very short, I mean, I think it was just one sentence, and she did thank me with one sentence, but it was afterwards I was like, you know, I mean, am I causing division by accusing somebody else of causing division? And I was like, yeah, I guess I kind of am. I mean, because that's kind of making people go, no, you got to pick one. You know, you can only side with one person, because we tend to do that. I think that's just human nature, you know, and I try not to do that. Now, I mean, you know, even with my kids, you know, I never took them at their word, you know. I will never say to you, well, my son said it didn't happen, so therefore it didn't happen. No, I will never do that. I would just never do that. I'd get to try to get the actual facts out and then act accordingly. But I'm not going to just be automatic, you know. But anyway, so I'd say within an hour of posting that, I went to check my subscribers, and yep, I lost a subscriber. And I was like, oh man, you know, I was like, I'm going to learn. You know, you should always be learning. No matter how old you are, you should be learning. And I'm going to learn to, not everybody needs to hear my opinion. I mean, what I should have said was, I'm sorry that happened to you, and moved on. But the way I worded it, it absolutely did. And, you know, I feel bad about it. And, you know, I thought maybe I should go back and delete my comment. And I was like, no, I'm not going to hide behind my mistake. I said it, or, you know, I wrote it, and people will just have to take it for what it's worth, you know. I didn't mean any harm to anyone by it, but, you know, I'm sure the person who was being just divisive didn't mean anything either. It just turned out that way. So, yeah. I just need to learn, if I'm going to share my opinions, I should only do it on my channel, first of all. But I should also put it through the smell test, you know. Is this helpful to anyone? Well, if the answer is yes, okay, is it helpful to a lot of people, and why is it helpful? And if I can't really come up with, you know, well, it's helpful to one person, but, you know, not the masses, then I probably, you know, if I want to respond to them, I should probably do it privately, you know. So I'm learning. Like I said, I'm learning. I'm always learning. And you know that you've seen that saying, I know, you know. You know, it's good to keep your mouth shut sometimes, which is, I realize that after I've done said it, you know. So that's pretty much me. After I've said it, I'm like, you know, I probably shouldn't have said that. I mean, I try, the older I get, I try to get better. But I mean, I've been told by a lot of people, Leanne, you don't have a filter, do you? And it's like, some things just come out. They just come out. And I do try, the older I've gotten, because, you know, it has come back to bite me sometimes. So, you know, and I've had to apologize because, you know, I listened recently, well, I say recently, a couple of years ago, Max got some home videos of us when our kids were little. I mean, Jacob was like 2, so it was a long time ago when we were in Colorado. And we had just gotten a VHS recorder, right? And so we filmed the trip. And every once in a while, he put the camera on me and I'd be talking. And I was like, oh my God, I am such a smart ass. I was like, how did you put up with me? I was such, I mean, just, and even now I'm getting better at not saying it, but sometimes it just poof, you know, it's like, bloop, it just falls out. And I was like, oh no. And, yeah, so anyway, lesson learned again. Sometimes I'm like, gosh, will I ever learn all these lessons? So I can quit, you know, sticking my foot in my mouth. But probably not until I die. So God is definitely not finished with me. So anyway, so that was a little disappointing and disheartening. And then all this house stuff, I felt like I need a good cry. You ever feel that way? Like you just feel like there's tears right in the back of your eyes, you know, like I just need a good cry. And I don't know. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to come out. I don't know. But that's kind of how I feel right now. And so this is a good distraction for me. Talking to y'all is like letting me just, I don't know, kind of like journaling, right? But except this way, sometimes I do get feedback from y'all, and that is helpful for me. That is helpful for me. So y'all don't lose faith in me if you have any. You know, I am trying. I am definitely not perfect. And I don't pretend to be. I really don't pretend to be. I mean, I'll have people say, oh, you're just a goody two-shoes, aren't you? And I'm like, nope, I'm just trying to be respectful. So I think we've lost that a lot in our society, you know. And I think social media has caused us to where I can say whatever I want, you know. It's free speech. And the answer is truthfully yes. But, you know, do you stop and think about, you know, are you trying to benefit from someone else's hardship? You know? Are you taking a story that isn't yours and making it yours? I don't know. But that's not for me to answer now, is it? Because I'm not doing that. So if I was doing that, that would be the questions I asked myself. So I need to quit worrying about what other people do. I mean, that's their business. That is their business. So, yeah. I've got to learn that, though. You know, I've got to learn that. So I have a bad habit, too, you know, if I'm out and I see, especially a child or the elderly, being abused in some way, I will definitely, you know, stand up and defend them, even though I'm petrified. I've actually gone out to help a woman who was being abused by her husband, like in these apartments that I lived in, just out in front of God and well, it was at night, but still. I mean, I heard her screaming for help, and I went out there and he had her by the hair of her head, and I was like, no, not today. And, you know, they always say, don't do that because, you know, that you might end up being attacked. But, you know, my instinct was, no, you know, this cannot happen. If I see someone, I mean, we went to the beach one time, and it's hot, right? It's in the summertime. It was freaking hot. And that sand, if you've never walked across it barefooted, you know, until you get closer to the ocean, it is freaking hot. It's like liquid glass or something. I don't know, but it's hot. Well, even on the asphalt, you know, and these people are crossing the road. They're standing there, you know, like, you know, waiting for the cars to go. And they're standing there, and their dog, they got their dog on a leash, and the dog keeps doing this with all of his paws. I'm like, he's burning his paws, you know. You have on shoes. Take off your shoes and see how it feels. And I mean, I did roll down my window and I said, your dog is burning his paws. He's in pain. And they did. They looked down like, oh no, you know, and they picked him up. And I'm like, okay, see, they weren't doing it out of meanness. They just didn't snap. Well, no, you didn't, because, you know, you've got on shoes. So to you, it's not that hot. But for someone who used to go, growing up, I never wore shoes. And at home, even to this day, I don't wear shoes unless I'm going somewhere. Or I have to walk on the sidewalk to go check the mail. Although sidewalk is nowhere near as hot as asphalt. But, you know, it's like, you know, of course you don't, because you're wearing shoes. But, you know, at least they weren't like, I don't care. You know, it's going to toughen them up or something. You know, thankfully they weren't like that. So, because I don't know what I would have done. I don't know, what would I have done? You know, get out with my old self, you know. Come on, young man, put up your dukes. So, yeah. He probably would have fallen over laughing if I told him to put up his dukes. And I did my old cartoonish, you know, like I'm going to fight you stance. But anyway, I have since, you know, gotten some more subscribers. So, but that one hurt. You know, because that's, as far as I know, that's the only one that I've had. And I say ever, like, you know, it's been years. It's been just over a month. Like 5 weeks or something, you know. So, but nope, it's the worst thing ever, you know, when you were a kid. Ever. Everything was in superlative. Yeah. And I have to put it in perspective. No, Leanne, no, that's not how it worked. Oh, no, I see. Oh, I see, okay. After I finish this one, I'm going to start on the next one. And I really want this to be a one whip and chat. So it may have to go over until tomorrow because I have my live tonight with Ditzy. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm also nervous. I have some AirPods. I've never used them. So she did say it would be better to use them so it cuts back on feedback. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to wait till it's time to start to try it out. I need to try it out before then. I need to get them, make sure they're completely charged. And then I think I'll call Max or something, do a test call. And make sure that it works, the microphone part of it. It took me forever just when I opened them up just to figure out, it's like, okay, I know this is a right and a left ear. I just don't know which one is which. And then I never was able to finish setting it up for, you got to turn your head side to side. And so you could get the spatial or whatever's, sound right. I really don't need it for all that. I don't listen to music or anything on headphones. But I couldn't do it, y'all. It kept failing because I can't turn my head that far. My neck, I've got arthritis in my neck, big surprise there. And my head does not turn that far. So I'm like, you know what? This was definitely not thought of for the older people. So anyway. So I don't know if that matters or not, that I couldn't finish setting it up. But yeah, I can't. It's just, oh gosh. Yeah. I tell you, y'all. And I've got to try to figure out. I still didn't, I got so wrapped up in this dang house bidding war thing that I did not, hold on. I did not go get some bubble wrap and a couple of boxes so that I could wrap some of my collectibles myself. So, yeah. I don't know. So I'll do that tomorrow. Nothing like, waiting until the last minute to do something. That's, yeah. I didn't used to procrastinate. Like when my kids were coming up, I wrote everything down. It's like, this has to be done on this date. This has to be done on this date. I mean, I ran a pretty tight schedule. But since I haven't done that for, 15 years, I've gotten out of the habit, So, I mean, like even going on vacation, going on a trip, I pack my suitcase last minute and it's just a whirlwind. Then when I come home, there my suitcase sits for, until I get tired of stepping over it. I will pull out the dirty clothes because then I need to wash clothes. But as far as putting stuff away, it's like, why can't I just leave them in there for the next trip? So, yeah. Although packing cubes helps. If you've never used packing cubes, they are a game changer for me. Yeah, because I can put like my underwear and my pajamas and socks if I need them, all that can go in one cube. And then all my shorts or pants or whatever can go in another one. And then all my shirts, and if I'm taking a sundress or something, can go in that one. And then I just stack them in there and it's easy peasy. I just, when we get to where we're going, what I'll do is I'll pull out my pajamas and the clothes I'm going to wear for the next day, I should say. And then lay them out, and then I just put everything back. I'll put the cubes in the dresser, because I don't take everything out of the cubes. I just put the cubes in the dresser. And that way I can close up my suitcase. And it's not taking up a lot of floor room. So, Yeah, I'm glad I discovered those, or, you know, others had discovered them before me. And I don't even remember why I bought them. I don't know if I saw something about it or I don't remember. But I ended up buying more. Yeah, I've been using them now for a few years. And you know, Max won't use it. He'll use one for his toiletries. And I'm like, dude, you should really use them for your clothes. But you know what'll happen is one day he'll decide to do it, and then he'll be like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Why didn't I think of this? Well, I don't know. Cannot say. So, but I've been using them for a long time now. This is turning out good, y'all. I'm anxious to see how well the sticky has worked on where I had to replace it. We're gonna find out. I don't know if we'll find out today or in this sitting, but we will find out. You know, there is something very relaxing about single placing. And in this kind of kit, you can't really multi-place. So, I mean, it's really not feasible. So, I know this goes in all the other ones this color. So, it'll be, oh, get out of there. Come on. Oh, there's 3 of you in there, and there's 1 here. So, yep. Yes, I wet my finger with my mouth, but yeah, I'm the only person that's going to touch the drills. Well, that's okay. It's just my germs. Okay, let's do 2. Now, these are crystals. Oh, these are pretty. I do like crystals. Now, let's see if my regular glue dot can pick these up, or if I need to use the Diamond Art Club pen. Nope, it's gonna work. Gonna work. You know, I probably should and will seal this. I've got some sealer. The only time I seal things really is if it's a gift for somebody. Because if it falls off for me, I can go, oh, let me look through my stash and see if I got something that'll fit in there. I haven't had to do that yet, but if I give it as a gift, you know, that will be harder. So I will seal it because I want it to last longer. I haven't had any problems, knock on wood, so far, but you never know. You know, you never know. It could happen. Aren't these pretty though? I can't wait to see it all lit up too. I've got the batteries, so. You know what? Where did I put the, oh, you know what? I put the light, the little tea light thing that has a battery. God, words are so hard for me sometimes. Anyway, where did I put it? Where did I put it, you know? I don't know. It may be in a drawer. It may be in my storage room on a shelf, in which case that's going to be fun to find. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where I put it. I shall look for it. Oh, I missed a 1. You see that? Hiding out down there. Little sneaky thing. Little sneaker. Well, good thing I've looked there because there's a 2. I probably would have missed that too. All right. All right. There we go. So yesterday we went and tried a new place to eat. And they also have like olive oils and vinegars and, you know, seasoned salts, flavored salts, whatever you want to call it. And so I got me a, I think it's called dark oak barrel balsamic vinegar. Oh my God. I love a good balsamic vinegar. Just love it. Dip some bread in there, put some olive oil in there. Yeah, love, love, love it. Love it on a Capri salad. Yeah. Anyway, and then my son's been cooking at home, so I bought him some butter-infused olive oil. And y'all, it tastes like butter. He said a lot of people use it on their popcorn. Well, I pop my popcorn in actual butter, so. But anyway, and then I got Jacob some sriracha flake sea salt. And I tried a little smidge of it, and great flavor, super great flavor. Because I was like, is this going to be spicy? And he was like, I don't think so, but let me try it because I haven't tried it in a long time, so I can't really remember. And he did, and he was like, no, it's really good. So at the end, it has a little bit of a burn, but nothing, you know, major. It's not that hot. So I think he'll really like that on his steaks. I hope so anyway. So I got him that. But what I was going to say was you can also eat there. And so Max got chicken street tacos. And man, I don't think, well, they weren't traditional, I don't think, because they had a relish of cucumber and tomatoes. And I'm here to tell you, I was like, I wonder if they would make a big bowl of cucumber and tomatoes and I could drizzle some of this balsamic vinegar over it. I would definitely eat it, you know, definitely. But y'all, I had a smash burger. Now it was the kids' smash burger because the adults came with 2 patties. So they're the same size except the kids comes with, gosh darn it, comes with 1 patty. And that's all I want. I just want 1 patty. And then I got it with caramelized onions. Okay, I need 3. I got it with caramelized onions, and they had a thing on there that was called, said, make it messy. And that had, they just poured on some queso blanco. And oh my gosh, it was so good. The meat, oh, the flavor in the meat. It was so good. I was like, what? You know, they've been there like 2 years. And I was just always kind of like, I don't know if that's for me or not. But Max got the tacos, and he said these were the best tacos he'd ever had. He's like, he goes, there's nothing like what I've had in the past. And it had some sort of, like maybe a cilantro dressing, you know. Definitely had olive oil in it. But, you know, I don't know. He said he didn't remember. So anyway, but he said he said the only reason he quit eating because he ate 2.5. He got 3 and he ate 2.5. He said because he was full. He said, or else I would have eaten the whole thing. So, and I couldn't eat all of my smash burger either. But by golly, I didn't want to quit eating. I was like, it's so good. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so messy. I'll get it exactly that way next time too. Although, I don't know. Sometimes I get a hankering for just a cheeseburger, old-fashioned cheeseburger. Oh, come on. But I love smash burgers. And I think the reason why I love smash burgers so much is because back in the day, that's how my grandmother made them. But they weren't called that. It was just called making burgers, you know. I mean, it wasn't called smash burgers. That was just the way she made them. She made them on a griddle, and yeah. As a kid, I wasn't real big on hamburgers, but I think because mostly, you know, in order to stretch a pound of beef, my grandmother would take half a pound and add breadcrumbs and an egg, you know, almost like you're making a meatloaf kind of, but, you know, just to add more bulk to the ground beef. So I didn't really like them. And then when I got older, I just never have cared for big fat patties. And I know a lot of people do, but I do not. And I like a thin patty. So when smash burgers came out, you know, to be the thing, I was like, heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But some places, you know, you're like, no, we can't. What they do is they take a regular sized patty or a regular sized serving of ground beef and they split it in two and then make 2 patties and put it on the bun. And I'm like, I don't want 2 patties. I want the meat to flavor my burger. I don't want it to be the centerpiece. I want all the pieces to be similar as far as, you know, I want them to all contribute to the burger. And I know most people aren't that way. Plus, I like my burgers cooked well done. In fact, if you burn it, that's fine too. I don't have a problem with that. Just, I don't want to see any pink. Which is funny because on my steaks, man, I cannot stand an overcooked steak. I will not eat it. It's not appetizing to me. I like my steaks medium rare. It can even be more rare than anything. I'm okay with it. As long as the center is warm, you know, it's not cold. I don't want that. But yeah, oh my gosh, that is a great flavor. But when it comes to my hamburgers, and I think because when I was growing up, you know, my grandmother would always say, you know, you got to have your beef cooked well done and your chicken and your pork, or else you'll get worms, you know. Well, yeah, I mean, to this day, I cook pork well done and chicken as well. But it wasn't until I was grown and actually went on a date, and it was the first time I ever ordered a steak out. It was at a steak restaurant, and so it was the first time I'd ever ordered a steak out, and I was kind of following his lead in that he was like, I think I'm going to get the filet mignon. I said, okay, I think I'll get that too, you know, and because I didn't want to seem like a total bumpkin, but so they asked me how I wanted it cooked, and I said, well done, you know, because I didn't know, you know, I don't want to get worms, right? So I didn't know. All right, let's try this one. Seeing how, let's see if it's, yeah, it's kind of sticky. I don't think it has enough on there, but we're going to see how it works out. We are going to see how it works out. Yeah, it's not as sticky as up there. I don't think I put enough, but we'll see. Anyway, so they brought it out and it was rare. And I was like, oh no, you know, and this was a first date. So, I mean, I'm what, 16, 17, I'm young. And so I was like, oh no, what should I do? And I was like, well, you know, I'm just going to play like I'm going to eat it. I mean, he looked at me, he was like, are you okay with a steak like that? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. He's probably going, well, then why did you order it well done? But anyway, I took a bite of it. I was like, here goes nothing. Just don't look at it, you know. And I was like, oh my gosh. This is the only way to eat steak. The only way to eat steak. So, yeah. And ever since then, I'm like, nope. I only like filet mignons, and I only like rare or medium rare. I have to have at least warm center. Because one time I ordered rare and the inside was still cool. And I was like, no, I don't want that. So it doesn't have to be hot inside, just warm. So medium rare they usually do it fine. So yeah, I never did look back after that. So it was one of those happy accidents. I see people get, their steaks well done, and it's like, look, the meat's all gray on the inside. Max gets his medium well, which you might as well get well done. It really doesn't have pink to it. And I'm like, why don't you just order a burger? Because you're missing out on all the flavor. But he don't listen to me, so. But whenever I see someone get their steaks cooked well done, I'm like, why are you even bothering? You know? But I know a lot of people, like in England and stuff, they like their meat well done. And I think it's because maybe they have had problems in the past with mad cow disease. But yeah, I mean, we really don't have that here. But the thing is about with like ground beef, is a butcher told me, he said, you know, with ground beef, it comes from several cows. You know, they bring in the cows, they bring in the cuts, and they just start processing them all together. But with your steaks and your roasts and stuff like that, it comes from one cow. You know, it's not multiple cows pieced together, that piece of meat. So then you're safe. So what I used to do, and this is what my grandmother did as well, is buy like a chuck roast or a sirloin roast, whatever kind of ground beef you want, and ask the butcher to grind it up for you. Now, so many grocery stores don't have an actual butcher, you know, but some of them do, and where I shop does. So I'll say, yep, give me, see that? I'll take a chuck roast up there and go, yeah, can you grind this up for me? And so far, they've been okay with it, but you can't do that everywhere. But then you know that it's coming from one cow, you know, not from multiple cows. And another thing is we have some really good beef here in Texas and in Kansas. You know, they're just South Dakota. It's just really known for their beef. And it's like, I don't want to look at and see, oh, this beef came from New Zealand. I'm like, why did it have to come so far away? You know, why is that? How was it handled in between here and there, you know? I don't know. So, yeah, I just don't know. I try to look for beef that's made in the U.S. and I am not doing the Wagyu or however you say it, or like Kobe beef, actual Kobe beef, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's how much? You know, I'm sure it's delicious, but this here is delicious too. And, you know, I will be able to afford my dog's medication if I eat this as opposed to that. I just can't see it, you know. People will post, you know, oh, look, Costco has these, you know, it's like $100. And I'm like, for 2 steaks. And that you have to cook. And I'm like, no, if I'm going to pay $100 for, you know, I'm going to need it to go to a restaurant. And they're going to have to give me a baked potato or something. So it's like, no. Because, I mean, imagine if, because I've done it with filet mignons. You know, you turn your head or something, or something happens, and the next thing you know, you've overcooked your steaks. You've ruined your steaks is what you have done. And I would just lay down and cry if I did that to, you know, $50, $100 piece of meat. I would absolutely just crumble. So I don't know. Have y'all ever had that before? I mean, I think Black Angus is good. We get a lot of that here. So I'm perfectly content with that. But I think it's funny that a lot of times people, you know, that are from other countries, especially in Great Britain, you know, I want to go to a steakhouse and then order the steak and get it well done. I'm like, you're in Texas, boys. It is time to try something else. So, I don't know. Each their own. I mean, eat your steak the way you want to. Again, I'm not trying to cause division here. You know, it doesn't matter to me which way you like your steak. You do you how you like it. Just please don't serve me one that is well done. And if you do, I will thank you very much, and I will eat it with a smile on my face. So, and be grateful for it. So, yeah. So, but anyway, what time is it? 4:40. 4:40, and we still have not heard back from the real estate agent. I mean, the seller's agent. This just totally blows my mind. I don't get it. I mean, I'm just not that way, you know? I mean, if and when someone makes an offer on my house, I'm going to be yes or no, you know? I'm not going to be like, well, you know, if it's a decent offer, I'm not going to, you know, hem-haw around. Like, okay, I'll take it. But I think it's just a hunch that they are trying to get a bidding war. That's what I think. Because, you know, it's like you went from having another offer that you're going to discuss with them to all of a sudden you've got 4 now, but yet you went on a boat trip yesterday. You didn't find it necessary to go over. You haven't even looked at the contract or the offers, so you don't know, you can't say. But yet you were on a boat trip yesterday. Just seems a little odd to me. And they have the house listed as a 4-bedroom. Technically, it is not. Technically, it's a 3-bedroom. And I brought that up to my real estate agent, and I said, you know, there's no closet in that. There's a really small room, very small, upstairs, and there's no closet. Well, if it doesn't have a closet, it is not considered a bedroom. It's considered a bonus room or an extra room or a flex room, you know. And so she brought that up to the agent, and the agent said, well, you know, in the original floor plan, according to the original owner, it was supposed to be, there was supposed to be a closet in there that led to the attic, but, you know, they just never finished it. And it's like, so you're admitting that you know there's not a closet in there, which changes it to a 3-bedroom. So just saying. Just saying. I don't know. It seemed kind of shady to me. Seems kind of shady. And like I said, the seller still hasn't filled out the seller's disclosure. And that's done online. You know, that's done online. And, you know, she's in Hawaii. Okay, so what did she do? She didn't fill out the seller's disclosure and just took off to Hawaii and said, don't bother me. You know, I mean, how does that even work? You know, how does that even work? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, here's the part that I had to put the sticky on, and I don't think it's going to be very sticky. It's a little sticky, but not very sticky. So let me try using tweezers. So I don't know, y'all. I tell you, it's always something. And holy cannoli, I mean, geez Louise. So, you know, I know that I do not need any more diamond paintings, especially since I'm going to have to put the vast majority of them in storage, right? I know this. It's going to be a climate-controlled storage, but still, I don't need any more. Well, not only have I bought more, but now Diamond Art Club has that wizard cat. I don't remember the actual name of him. It's like, oh my God, he's so cute. He's so cute. So I do the wizard paint along with Mia at Mia's Life with KFS. And so I tagged her in Diamond Art Club's post on Instagram, and I was like, Okay, I mean, I've had a kit to do for this event. She does it in January, and I've had a kit to do for it since last year. Last year I did astronomer. And so I was like, I already got my kit picked out. Don't need another kit. That's awesome. Yeah. And I saw the wizard cat, and I tagged her, and I was like, I think I may need to do this one. And she was like, yeah, I saw that, and it would be perfect for, you know, the event. And I was like, oh, there you go. I may see if anybody would like it to, if they need a kit to do her event, I may just gift it to somebody. Let me just gift it. Because I don't mind. But it's called the Seer. So have y'all heard of that? Heard of that one? So, oh, come here. Gotta be careful I don't spill all these open little bags out. I mean, I'm having the hardest time with these ones, getting them out of the tray. Anyway, it's the Seer, and I don't remember who painted it. I don't think it's Miles painting, but I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, do you have that one in your stash? Or, you know, or what? The event is in January, so maybe in December, I'll do a giveaway on my channel. And all I would require is I'll pay for shipping. I don't have a problem with that in the U.S. I use, last time I shipped something was using Pirate Ship, a diamond painting. And it was, you know, $16. No, it wasn't. It was $12. Now, shipping has gone up since then. But, you know, I don't think it'll be much more, so. Unless it's, you know, overseas, because that, oh, I see, that's concave. If it's overseas, then that's going to be different, because I did ship a kit to Mia just for a gift, and I used Pirate Ship, and it was $66 to ship it. So when she says it, you know, it's difficult to buy from non-European countries, because she lives in Denmark, that's what she's talking about, you know, because you take a kit that's, you know, especially like, you know, Jaded Gem Shop or Francesca. Well, Francesca does not ship overseas, but, you know, you take a kit that you've already spent $100 on, and then you go and add, you know, $70 on top of it. Ooh-wee, you know, that's a lot of dang money. So, but one of these days I'm going to go to Denmark. And I've been before. I've been to Copenhagen before. But, I mean, Mia could show me around. We could diamond paint. But, you know, I haven't even planned anything. Maybe next year. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to be like, okay, you know, place your orders and have, you know, send them to me, and I will pack them in my suitcase. So, and I'm not worried about, you know, overages or anything, because I have United Presidential Plus, and so I can take 2 bags for free if I want to. And there's no weight limit. So, although, I bet I'm trying to remember, seems like last time I went, I flew into Amsterdam, and then from Amsterdam went to Copenhagen. I don't think I flew direct. And that would change then, because you'd be on a different airline. I think it was SAS, I think. I don't remember. But anyway, I just think that'd be a blast. That would just be a blast. She did a walking tour of her little village, or, you know, we'd call it a neighborhood, but, you know, I think it's a village there. Or, I don't know, and I'm not real sure. Anyway, it was like, oh my gosh. It's like, okay, I want to, when I go there, she went to this church with this really old cemetery, and there was a park bench, you know, overlooking these beautiful grounds. I'm like, okay, I need to go there and I want to just sit. I want to sit on that bench and just sit there in the peace and the quiet. And she showed the fjord that's over there, and I'm like, I have never seen one of those in person. You know? I'm not even real sure what constitutes a fjord, right? I mean, we don't have them here. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I think it'd be fun. I might try to talk her into doing like a diamond painting event. You know, because Norse Alchemist is over there. You know, maybe they'd like to do something. I don't know. Okay, 3. Oh, see, here I go, spelling them out. I should use these baggies. A logical person would. No. Which is why I guess I'm not. You know what? Let me just go ahead and open up these baggies and take one out. So get the process started. Maybe I won't be so lazy. Okay. And isn't that pretty? Isn't that just gorgeous? Wow, love it, love it, love it, love it. So yeah, I think after I finish this one, I'm going to take a quick break, make sure my headphones work so we can troubleshoot. Oy. I hope I don't make a butt of myself. So, I don't drink anymore, so, but I can still make a butt out of myself. Yeah, but when I'm drinking, I just think it's funny. Yeah. It was the craziest thing. I'd buy my wine by the case, and there was no such thing as leftover wine. You know, a serving size of wine was 1 bottle. Unless there were 2 of you, then it was two bottles. And sometimes I would maybe partake of 2 bottles as well. And then I was like, you know, I really shouldn't drink so much. And it was funny, but, well, no, it wasn't funny. It was odd, I suppose. My doctor's like, you know, you have an enlarged fatty liver. And I was like, oh, crap, that's not good. And she was like, you know, oh, I forgot these 2s. Gosh darn it. Anyway, she was like, are you drinking a lot? And I was like, well, you know, define a lot. But I knew the answer. So I prayed about it, you know, and because, you know, you just get into habits of doing things. I wasn't an alcoholic. I wasn't physically addicted. It was like smoking. Well, smoking is a physical addiction. But, you know, it was more about, what is that? 12? Oh, okay. It was more about, you know, because I would start drinking at 5, and it was all about, you know, relaxing, you know, sitting out back, and I had a nice patio. Even in the winter, I had a fireplace on my patio, and, you know, it was just a place to go relax and drink some wine. And even if I went somewhere, I was like, is it 5 o'clock yet? Yes, it is. Of course, if you're on vacation, you can drink earlier. But, yeah, so anyway, I went in there. I had bought a case of wine, and I probably had half of it left. And I opened up a bottle and took a sip, and I was like, oh, this is nasty. And then I was like, well, that can't be right. I've been drinking this wine for years. I mean, the same brand and everything. And this cannot be right. And I took another sip, and I was like, no, I don't like it. And I was like, well, this isn't acceptable, you know, because I have all of these bottles of wine. So I poured it out. I was like, well, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe something happened to it. So I poured it out, opened up another bottle. And it was like, No, I do not like it. So then I was like, well, maybe it's just because it was a white wine, a Pinot Grigio. But I also liked bold red wines too. So I was like, okay, I've got a silver oak in here. I'm going to open that and try that. And took a sip of that and I was like, oh, Lord, no. It just tastes terrible. And so, yeah, so I got rid of all of it. And, yeah. And I have had wine since then. And it doesn't taste bad to me, but I've only, I may have had, this year, I don't think I've had any wine at all, but when we go out to eat sometimes, if it's in the evening, I might have a glass of wine, maybe, sometimes. But, it doesn't taste bad anymore, but I just don't buy it, I don't like that. I just don't, so. And that's fine, that's fine. Occasionally, there will be, like, especially in the summertime, they'll come out with watermelon margaritas, and I love watermelon. And I'll get one. Is that all? Did I open up that, pour all of those in there for just that? That says 13, so, all right. Well, we're almost done with this one, y'all. So, anyway, so I just really don't drink. Maybe once or twice a year I'll have a glass of wine or a mixed drink. So, And, for a while I was doing keto. And of course, you have to be, wine is off the table. I only have 113, so don't dump them all out. Oh, come on. What on earth? I don't think I cut it all the way. Anyway, I forget where I was going with that. I have lost my train of thought. It has jumped the track, and pretty sure it's not getting back on there. So, oh, it's Rudolph's eye. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, why is there only one? All right, so now put this here and here. Do it like that. Move it over there. Let's see. This is 6. So that's what we need now. We don't need many, but I'll go ahead and put them all in here. I'm just going to dump them in a baggie. So I hope y'all tune in this evening. It's going to be past my bedtime. Because it's 6 p.m. Pacific time, which is 8 p.m. Central time, which is what I'm on. And, yeah, me and the dogs get in the bed at 7, and that's when I turn on the TV and watch YouTube videos until I fall asleep, which is about 9. Sometimes it's 8:30. Just depends. So, yeah. And the dogs are going to be looking at me like, lady, you should be in the bed now. Yeah. Okay, so that one's done, y'all. That one's done. We're moving along. I only have 2 small things to do, so, yeah. But I'm going to take a quick break. And, yeah, and then we'll come back and finish. Well, I'm going to go look for the stupid light, for crying out loud. But don't you go anywhere, because it's going to be a minute for me, but it's going to be a second for y'all. So just hold tight. Okay, everyone, as you can see, I have found the light. And then I was like, I found it it was in a box with the stocking stuck down inside the stocking. I don't know why I couldn't find it. And so then I was like, Okay, well, where are the batteries? So I went looking for the batteries. And then I look over, I just glanced over to my left here in my craft room here in the study. And I was like, well, darn, I couldn't find the other gingerbread house. I was like, did I throw it away? You know, surely I didn't throw it away. Couldn't find it. Came in here, looked over, and there it was. And there it is. I'm looking at it. So anyway, I think I put it in here because I planned on doing that one. But it does not matter. It does not matter. So anyway, so now we are just down to these little ones. This is definitely much stickier, and I put more on it. So that's the key. You gotta, if it looks like you're putting too much or not of the stuff, the adhesive. So, okay, where were we? Let's go to one. So, let's see. Still no word on the house, but Max came over and we talked, and we're like, you know, it'll be good for us to go look at this other house. I mean, no, it's not exactly what we wanted, but, you know, it doesn't require, well, let's say this. Based on the pictures, it doesn't look like it requires a lot of updating. Now, however, having said that, this house that we want now, judging by the pictures, it doesn't look like it needs updating either. But once you get, I mean, you can look and go, okay, the countertops need to be redone. You know, that's it. But once you get in the house, it's like, oh, no. You know, this needs a lot. I mean, I even zoomed in on the range because it's filthy. I mean, it is, absolutely nasty. It's like, no, that has to go. But in the pictures, I guess they photoshopped all the dirt and grime, you know, so yeah. But anyway, I don't know. But anyway, so I did try out my AirPods, and they worked. So that's good. I need to decide if I want to use my iPad or if I want to use my laptop. I don't know. And I have to decide, do I want to do the live in here in my study, or do I want to do it in my bedroom? I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know. My bedroom, of course, has got the, you know, sound deadening, and it's got the carpet, so it'll sound better. I won't have, you know, because I don't have any, this is hardwood floors, and I don't have any rug down, and there's no curtains, the window treatment or plantation shutters, so yeah, there's nothing soft in here except for me. So, and I don't, I guess, absorb sound very well. So anyway, maybe the bedroom. I also got to think about if I'm in the bedroom and the dogs want out, I have a door in my bedroom, so I can let them out. I mean, they have a doggy door, but that does not mean that they will use it. So I don't know. Okay, y'all, no, let's not do it. Let's do it this way. Let's finish them. Instead of having to pull it back out, let's be one and done on these. Okay. Oh, well. It would help if I took the plastic off, don't you think? Don't you think? Yes, I think. Not very often, but I do. Y'all, so, you know, we've had rain for like 3 weeks. I mean, just insane. And, I mean, we had the hurricane, and then we had a couple of days where it didn't rain, and then it started raining, and it just never stopped. Well, so now the rain has gone away, it looks like. But now the Saharan dust is coming, and it will be here tomorrow. And then on my birthday on Friday, welcome to August, the high is projected to be 97. It's insane to me. I know last year when we went to San Marcos, because it's in the hill country, so it gets hotter, but it's drier, but it's still hotter. I mean, it was like 104. It was so hot. So unless you were in the river, yeah, it was just, you weren't going to sit outside. It was too dang hot. We tried, and it was like, I can't do this. I can't breathe. So that really sucked. You know, it was on a nice property, trees and nature, and it was like, I can't sit out here. It's too hot. So, yeah, if you were in the river, though, you were fine. But that was not a pleasant experience. It's when I learned that I am too old to go tubing. Well, you know, I'm not too old, but I am too out of shape. So, and the water level was down on the river. So trying to get my fat behind up the stairs out of the tube, it was so embarrassing. I mean, there was just like no graceful way to do it, right? I mean, it's just like, okay, world, here's my big booty coming up. And yeah, Jacob had to like get his shoulder up underneath my booty and push me up. But then he had to do his dad. It was like, thank God he had been training for the fire department. And he said that I think the dummies that they have to carry are 180 pounds. I was like, damn, we weigh more than the dummies. So I said, we better lose some weight or else they're not going to be able to help us in an emergency. Be like, I cannot move this much weight. So, yeah. Oh, well, I'm okay with it. I've done my share of tubing and had a blast doing it. So, yep. I want to go back in the fall, though. And because I think it'd be fun up there in the fall. And then Jacob, I thought he was going to Austin because he told us he was going to Austin to a concert. And so I sent him a text and said, what time are you leaving for Austin? And he's like, well, I made a terrible mistake and it's in San Antonio, which is, instead of 2 hours, it's about a 5-hour drive. And so, you know, he was like, so I'm halfway to San Antonio now. So I'm like, okay. So he's spending the night. So he's going to a concert and then coming back tomorrow. So that's good. But, you know, I was not as worried about him going to Austin because it's not as far. And, you know, it's not as big as San Antonio, I don't think. So, I mean, San Antonio's got a pretty big downtown. So, I don't know. But, you know, he's like, I'll be fine. And I'm like, I understand that. But just pretend like you have your mom and your dad's heart in your hands. And you don't want to break our hearts. So, yeah. I don't know how else to tell you. This will kill me if something happened to you. And, you know, it's funny because I remember my grandmother telling me stuff like that. And gosh, she really, I mean, she honestly meant it because, you know, her son, her only son, her youngest son, or youngest child, period, passed away at 17 with bone cancer. And I was born 10 months after he passed away. And she used to always tell me that, you know, God sent me to her because she was about to lose her mind. And she loved kids, so. But anyway, so she meant it. You know, she meant it. And I mean it too, but I mean, you know, looking, you know, you're a kid. We were a teenager, really, when I've kind of got like, oh my gosh, you know, stop worrying. I'll be fine. You know, yeah. Well, that came back to bite me. But, yeah. And then I was like, you know, she had experience in losing a child. So, yeah. And, you know, maybe, and Max, same thing. His his brother, his oldest brother, was 17, and he died. He got hit by a car. His car broke down, and it was late, and he had gotten out of the car to walk. And at that time, it was just a 2-lane road, so there was really not much room for anybody to go. And he got hit, and the speed limit through there was like 55. So yeah, it did not work well. So it changes a family. It changes a family. I know that my grandmother, I remember I would hear my grandmother and be like, she was in her bedroom, sitting on her bed and just sobbing, And as a kid, that just broke my heart, just absolutely broke my heart. And, I would try to soothe her, but, I would just sit next to her and hug her and rub her back. And I was just a little kid, but I knew I didn't want to see her cry. And, she never got over losing him. She never did. And, I don't think Max's mom did either. I don't think that you ever do, You ever do. I don't know. But in my mind, I would just, I'm not going to survive this. So, I don't know. But, I do have 2 other children, so that if, anything happened to any of my children, I don't know that I could survive it. But I guess you can. But I don't want to find out, So that's what I mean when I tell him, if something happened to you, and I know he gets tired of hearing that. And I don't think it'll ever be something he really comprehends until he has kids. I don't think until you have kids you go, oh, okay. Because you think you know what loving someone is. But, yeah, it's different. It's different. I know an old neighbor I had years ago, her son and my eldest son played together a lot. They were best buds. They got into so much trouble, and they just had so much fun. And we moved, and they came over a few times to go swimming, but, it was not long distance, but it was, a little bit of a drive. So kind of drifted apart that way. Well, then he joined the Navy and, did real good. Saw some active duty and yeah, he killed himself. And I was like, oh my gosh. You start going, Kevin, what happened, But yeah, and his mother is just, she'll never get over it, She'll continue because she has a daughter and she's got grandchildren. So she will continue, but yeah. Yep. She posts on Facebook all the time, about missing him and seeing signs from him. And yeah, it's very, very tragic. I just don't know. Especially under those circumstances, because I think I would always be questioning myself, Could I have said something? Could I have, is there something I could have done differently? Something. And yeah. I don't know. So anyway, it breaks my heart though for her. Absolutely breaks my heart. You never know what someone's going through. You just really don't. And sometimes people put on smiles and You think everything's okay and they're just dying on the inside. So another good reason to be nice. Okay, that's all of those. Let's see, what is this 2? All right, move that over there. And now let's do 3. Okay, here it is. This is really turning out pretty, y'all. I hope I can get it together. Well, you know, get this put together, I should say. I'll never get it together. Yeah, if I haven't gotten it together now, I don't think I ever will. But no, I hope assembling this works. Do I hear a lawn crew? We have not had our lawn done in 2 weeks because of all the rain. If it is, I'll know here in a minute. Then I'm gonna have to pause you again so I can go shut the doggy door because Snoopy thinks he's 10 foot tall and bulletproof. And yeah. I do hear a yard crew. I hear a weed whacker. They used to do a house down the street, and then when they got done with that, they'd come down here. But I don't know. It may be somebody else. Normally they do our yard on Wednesdays, so he may wait and do it tomorrow. But I don't know. He's supposed to come out at some point and get my yard in tip-top shape for pictures on Monday. So I sure hope I have some good news later. Or just some news, you know, just some news. Just some move on or, you know, it's yours, you know. This anticipation is gonna kill me. So it's like I need to quit thinking about it and yeah. So anyway, I'm sure y'all are tired of hearing about it too. Look at those colors. Aren't those beautiful? Aren't those beautiful? We're almost done. After the 3s, we only have, well, no, we have a 12, 2 12s, I think, yeah. So after the 3s, we have, oh, I know I need some more of these. We're gonna have 6s, and then we'll basically be, we're almost done. We are almost done, y'all. And I was like, nope, I am not gonna save this for tomorrow. This is gonna be done because I gotta get my booty in gear tomorrow. This, you know, yeah, I can't sit around feeling sorry for myself. I mean, I'm not feeling sorry for myself, but when I get overwhelmed, what I do is shut down. I mean, I'll go sit in my chair and stare off into blank space. You know, it's like I gotta go, yeah, I just hide away. It's like I have to collect my thoughts because my thoughts are just so all over the place. My emotions are so all over the place. And at first I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do a live. I'm too upset. And I was like, you know what? Go do a WIP and chat, talk to your friends, and put that kit together because I've been wanting to. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And then I'll decide where I'm gonna do the live and see which one makes more sense. And yeah, go from there. So I'm really not expecting to hear anything tonight. Although he said that, the agent said that, you know, they were gonna have a phone call and discuss their options. It's like, okay, well, you do that. You know, what time they're going to do that? I don't know. Maybe midnight. Who knows? Who knows? But, yeah. I don't think she lives there. Because in the closets, his clothes are there and her clothes are not. And it doesn't, I mean, yeah, I don't know. So, I don't know. There are 2 cars in the garage though. Well, you know, she does have 2 teenage sons, and I think one of them might drive a Mustang, and I would assume that she had the Expedition, but that could have been her husband's too. I don't know. I don't know. I know our real estate agent was out of town when we went to look at the house, so one of her associates showed us the house. Oh, hang on. Here's the yard, guys. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. Snoopy was already headed to the door. And I was like, no, 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 no. Okay, now I need 6. Here we go. Here we go. So it may get loud here in just a second when they're mowing the front yard. And of course, you know, weed eating and all that good stuff. But hopefully not too long. Hopefully so, and hopefully it won't be too loud that it drives you crazy, I hope. Because we do need our yard mowed. Ooh-wee. Especially the backyard. You know, when you have low to the ground wiener dogs, their bellies get so wet being outside, and it's gross. And they come inside, jump up in your lap, and it's like, ugh, wet dog. Grody. So, yeah, it needs to be cleaned some. Okay, now we got 6s up here. Yeah, I hope that's not too loud. Really hope so, because I don't want to have to pause you again until they're done. Because, gosh, I feel like I've paused you 1,000 times. Plus, I'd like to get this uploaded before I go live. That may not happen, though. We'll see. Man, I just love this color. It's like a, I don't know, like a bronzy. Just love it, though. It's beautiful. Come on. Yeah, I will definitely seal this. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm almost done, somebody had posted a tip, which was to build the gingerbread house first and then put your drills on. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I remembered that just now. Okay, well, we're going to see how well this works. I may or may not assemble it on camera. I don't want to put y'all through the torture. If only one of us has to go through it. We'll see. We'll see here just in a minute. But I am really liking the way this is turning out. Better than I thought, really. All right, so I need 4 12s and 2 13s. Okay, what's this one? 13. I need 2 of these. Come on. Let's try it this way, shall we? Ah, these bags are so small. Okay, 13. Oh gosh. I forgot about them barking. We're gonna try to hold on, y'all. So I'm almost done. Almost done. So where's 12? Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. Snoopy. What is this? 12. Okay. All right. Stay with me, everybody. 12. 12. Yep, and then 2 over here. So okay. Is there instructions? I thought there were instructions. Maybe they're in here. Ah, there we go. Assembly guide. Okay, so 1 is the base. Okay, there we go. So we want 2, which, okay, this is gonna be the front door, right? Am I getting y'all in there? Okay. There's 1. I mean, I guess it could be any way you wanted it to be. And then here's the, wait, do I do it? No, that's not what it said to do. So 4 is one of these. Oh, I am not good at assembling things, y'all. It's not my, well, yeah, see, now I'm putting it wrong side. Yeah. My gosh. I know I'm making this look way harder than it needs to. I just know I am. That's okay. All right, I'll try to push this in more once we get more there. Okay. And then I put this one in. Okay. Come on. Come on. Get in there. Yeah, okay. Okay. Then we put this one in. Okay. Oh, Lordy. This has to go in there, but also in here. You see that? Oh, boy. Yeah, okay, I see now why I should have remembered that tip sooner. I see why. Because, oh, no, for reals. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna pause y'all for this because it's about to get loud and I need to work on this and I may say some ugly words. So again, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I am back. I hope the long guys aren't going to be too bothersome for you. I got it all together. It took a little finagling. Some of the slots were, you know, the little tabs may have been a little too fat. And one thing I learned the hard way was I was trying to put the candle, the electric candle, inside it before I put the lid on. Well, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And then there's a hole you see, and you stick the thing in there, which makes so much more sense because then you can turn it on and off as you want. So yeah, I'm not the brightest bulb in the box. So anyway, I did go ahead and take pictures of each side so that you can see it, and I will include it here at the end of this video, so be sure to stick around for that. But I love it. I mean, yeah, I'm real happy. These really shine, and at first I was like, well, these don't fit right. You know, they're not flush, but it allows light to sparkle down. So when you see the pictures, I think you'll understand. But yeah, I mean, isn't that cute? I think it's adorable. Absolutely adorable. And I had bought this with the hopes of doing it for, whatchamacallit, smashing the specials. I'm sorry, y'all. My brain just loses words. For smashing the specials. But y'all, I have got so much stuff for smashing the specials. There's no way I'll get any of it done. So, you know, I want to get the things I really, really want to get done, and that's going to be mostly Christmas stuff, I think. And again, I hope I get it done. But yeah, so let me know what you think. I really like it. The next one I do will be, let me see here, get up and get it. Oh, this one here. And I don't remember which one came from the Home Shopping Network and which one came from, they look exactly the same, so yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what came from what, but this one's gonna be fun too. It's got a white roof, so yeah, that's gonna be fun too. So yeah, very excited, and I appreciate you watching for this long, and it is now 7 p.m. y'all, so I got 1 hour to freak out before it's go time. So anyway, I hope to see y'all over there, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, stick around for just a second and watch the pictures that I took. It'll come across your screen. So, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Again, please give a like if you enjoyed this video. I really do appreciate it. And a subscribe if you want to see more. And feel free to share the content with anybody you think would be interested in. Just on cue. I will see you later. Bye.